All right, good morning, everyone. I'm trying to get my setup set up here. Let's see here. This may not work. I was trying to hide my microphone with the coldest water bottle. This will be a sponsor. That's not working. So maybe we'll have everything in the shot today. How about this? That seems okay. I also put some flowers back there because bad grandpa's always saying that I've got like the photo of like the states that were ending unemployment earlier. He didn't like that. Anyway, welcome to the channel, Shelly's Millions. Today is the California EDD Unemployment Q&A live. We'll be talking about pending payments, that unemployment extension of 1 week if you qualify for Fed Ed. I'm sure we'll be talking about that a lot. I also want to talk about what happens if your certification date is after September 4th. And I do have one question from a channel member. And well, actually, Nikki just says that she doesn't have a question. She wanted me to know that she called the EDD and was able to get 5 pending weeks paid. The quarterly review was one of her issues, and the other was a pending interview. And she reached out to her assembly member. They were able to get the interview expedited, and they called and asked to fax the document, which she did. And her assembly member told her that the interview was successful and she shouldn't have any more problems, and that she hopes that the assembly member is correct. I also hope that your assembly member is correct. And just want to remind you guys that reaching out, emailing your assembly member is one of the best, fastest ways to get your pending unemployment claim fixed at this point. To me, it's easier than calling. I do recommend emailing so that you have a written trail of when you reached out to your assembly member, what you asked them, and what the response was. Okay. And I mentioned that this video is sponsored by the coldest water. I think this might be my last one. I did a 10 video deal with them. This is either the last one or there might be one more. I'm still going to use my coldest water bottle because I actually like it. Um, remember, I reached out to them, and I do have both a discount code linked in the description down below and pinned as a top comment. And they also do a weekly giveaway where you can enter to win your own free coldest water bottle. Okay, to the comments. Linda says, so everyone on PEUC and who qualifies will get a text from the EDD after the 4th for their 1 week of Fed Ed benefits. It'll be 1 week and no $300 boost and just my small weekly benefit amount. So the key word there is everyone that qualifies. And I want to make it clear, PUA claims are not eligible for Fed Ed. You're also not going to be eligible for Fed Ed if you have already received all 13 weeks of Fed Ed on your unemployment claim, and you need to meet the eligibility requirements, and not everyone will. So, and will the EDD automatically send you guys a text? I mean, heck, the EDD even originally messed up the date of the end of a federally mandated program. So, unfortunately, I don't think that will be a smooth rollout to get the 1 week of the extended unemployment benefits. I think that a phone call might be necessary. I hate saying that, but I don't trust them to roll people over properly. But yes, if you do qualify, there should be at least one. I say at least because I guess I'm still hoping that they sneak something into the stimulus package at the very last minute. But yes, they should roll you over to the Fed Ed extension, and it should happen automatically. Just we've seen time and time again that things that are supposed to happen automatically often don't. But that's a great question. Siegel says, I'm not even sure why they would even give 1 week of Fed Ed only. Anyhow, I have a small weekly benefit amount of $253. So I'm just going to work for Grubhub and make double that for the week ending the 10th. That is certainly an option. And basically, the reason why they're only doing it 1 week is they messed up. They didn't properly read the guidance from the DOLE, the Department of Labor. And so it's mandated by the DOLE. The DOLE's kind of like the EDD's boss, if you want to think of it like that. And They say it needs to go through September 11th. So that is why it's just that 1 week. And yeah, Linda, I don't think I addressed that, but yeah, that extra week is not going to include the extra $300 a week boost. It's just going to be your regular weekly benefit amount. Good morning, Scotty. Oh, first time with both certifications saying excessive earnings this week. Hope you are well. So, Scotty is, that's a double edged sword. Scotty's been back to work. He's finally making enough being back at work that he no longer qualifies for unemployment. Um, so congratulations on that. I know sometimes without the $300 boost, it's not as exciting as coming off of unemployment should be, but that is great. Of course, if your hours do drop, you can still certify for benefits through September 4th. All right, Kenneth. Oops, dang it. I lost my place. Oh, but not too bad. Okay, so Kenneth says, I had Fed Ed earlier and now on PEUC. After September 4th, do I get 1 week of Fed Ed ending September 11th? No, unfortunately, if you've already received Fed Ed on your claim, you are not able to collect it a second time. Now, there are going to be some people who had a claim before, and when they filed a new claim, they did qualify for a new claim. If for some reason your 26 weeks of regular unemployment benefits happen to end, this would be claim type UI. If your claim type, program type UI ended on exactly September 4th on that new claim, then I believe you would be able to get 1 week of Fed Ed. That's not going to be very many claimants, though. Okay, Joel says, what base period will they look at to determine if we are eligible for Fed Ed? The same base period our 26-week original UI base period is based on. Yes, that is my understanding. So you're going to need to find your original benefit award letter, and the earnings requirements are. So on your original benefit award letter, it's going to break down your earnings into quarters. You're going to find your highest earnings quarter. And if the total amount that you made um, in your base period is more than 1.5 times your highest earning quarter, then you would qualify for Fed Ed if you have not been paid out under that program type before on your claim. The other qualification, and it's either or, it is not both. So the other qualification is 40 times your weekly benefit amount. So you would take whatever your weekly benefit amount is. Let's use Seagulls of 253 because his is right there. So we're going to take 253. Sorry, I don't have my whiteboard ready. I'm just using my calculator. 253 times 40. That equals $10,120. So in your base period, and it is the original base period on your original award letter, if Siegel made more than $10,120 for the whole year that they used to determine his weekly benefit amount, then yes, he would qualify for Fed Ed as long as he has not yet received it on his claim. Okay. Michael, oh, good morning, Michael. You certified this morning at about 5:30 a.m. and pretty much instantly I was paid. I was shocked because I thought it would take even more time. You even added some W-2 work from Jenny. Oh, and that's awesome because yeah, you are now working part-time officially for Jenny Silver. So congratulations on accepting that part-time job. I hope she seems like she'd be an awesome boss. She's just so knowledgeable and professional, and you guys, I really, really respect her work. I popped into her live the other day. She has some sources that I don't have. I've asked to be on the EDD's mailing list essentially for media sources, and they have not responded. But they're responding to Jenny, and I think that's great because she is really hustling, and I do not begrudge her that at all. I really actually look up to her success. She's got a very good work ethic. Juan says, my pending week's going on 6 weeks now. This really sucks. Anyways, hi, Shelly. It does suck if you've got pending weeks for 6 weeks or longer. And at this point, I imagine you've probably called, have you tried emailing your assembly member? They really are, like, I'm just calling them saints and superheroes. They are so good at being able to push your claim through and get you paid. So, oftentimes you'll email them and within 48 hours, 2 business days, they respond back. They're going to need some more information from you most likely, but if it is something that they can fix, they can often get it fixed in as little as 4 business days after that initial response, which is really amazing. Yep, Debbie, I do have the big mic back. I was trying to hide it with the coldest water bottle, which this video is sponsored by. Oh my God. And I forgot to say, if you do want to order and you want a discount code, they gave me like the coolest discount code ever, which is millions. I feel like like they're gonna hit a point in their sales where maybe they've sold 1,000,000 units or something, and they're gonna want to celebrate by using the code millions, but they won't be able to because they already gave it to me. I just think that's cool. And yeah, I was trying to hide the big mic with the water bottle, but that didn't quite work out. And then I put some flowers in the background, which I bought myself, you guys. Toya says, good morning. Lulu says, thanks for, oh, yes, I did. I have emailed somebody. Lulu, thank you for the donation. You have not gotten back to me, so I don't know what you need help with. Um, I don't usually do this, but Lulu donated to me via PayPal and asked me to email her, and I did, but I have not received the return email. You hate the thought that your claim is done. You call Monday anyway to double check. No one's claim should be done right now. Pretty much everyone's claim should be extended at least through the week ending September 4th, which is approaching like way faster than I'd like. Good morning, Bella. Chad said, your PEUC expires next month. Will it automatically roll over? I'm scared I live rent month to month. So no, PEUC is going to expire September 4th unless you qualify for Fed Ed, and some claims won't, either because they don't meet the earnings requirements or because they already received Fed Ed on their claim. And if you do meet the earnings requirements, you haven't already received Fed Ed on your claim, then you might get it one more week through the week ending September 11th. But right now, there's no extensions past that date. And check into the renters relief programs to see if that can maybe help. And I'm real sorry. I hope you find like a great job that you enjoy. Shoot, I lost my place again. You guys know what that means. When I lose my place, please like the video. Uh-oh. Okay, now I've missed a lot of comments. Okay. Mike says, I did my 1-year certification in July. I received an award letter with a balance on there and my weekly amount didn't change. Does that mean I get another 6 months? Not necessarily, Mike. I know I asked you this before. I think you said you did not get a 1277 determination of invalid claim letter, but really, what I would recommend in your case, Mike, if you're truly on a new claim and your weekly benefit amount did not change, then your program type should say, right now, it should say UI. Because at any point during this, if someone did qualify for a whole new claim, they were supposed to immediately take you off whatever unemployment extension you were on and switch you on to your new claim. So if your program type says UI, that means that you are in fact on your new claim right now, and you would be able to continue drawing down your claim balance until it hits 0. If your claim balance, if your program type still says PEUC extension tier 2 or extension tier 2 augmentation, that most likely means that you on your claim had something happen called fail lag. And when your claim fail lag, what happens is if you didn't work at all since first opening your original claim, you're not actually supposed to qualify for a new claim. And I keep using this example. I got a new award letter when I filed my new claim. But because I hadn't worked at all since I opened my original claim, I also got a 1277 determination of invalid claim letter, and that meant that I didn't actually qualify for a new claim. Yes, Lulu, I would. Well, the thing is, eh, I would give it, if your claim balance just hit 0, but you emailed me a few days ago. If it just hit 0, I would give you 4 business days, 4 to 5 business days to give time to the EDD to send you a letter about, or a text about, the automatic PEUC extension, which is what they should be rolling you onto. So I would give it 4 business days until your balance, after your balance hits 0, before I would consider calling the EDD. But if it's already been more than 4 business days and you haven't received a letter that you're being switched on to the PEUC program, in that case, yeah, or one of the other PEUC extensions, then in that case, yes, I would call. And also just a reminder that your claim balance will stay at 0 until your next regular certification date. And a good sign that things are moving in the right direction would be if you see another date to certify. Okay. And thank you for the donation. Okay. Johnny says, what happens to PUA after the 4th? The program terminates. If you have a claim balance, it would be returned essentially to the government. It won't be accessible to you any longer. So, yeah, unfortunately, after September 4th, there is no possibilities for PUA unemployment claims unless you have enough W-2 wages to qualify for a new traditional unemployment claim. Erica says, how do you know when pending payment will be paid? You've been pending for 4 weeks. If you've been pending for 4 weeks, it most likely is either time to call the EDD. They're open today. A 4-week time span might mean that you're caught in a quarterly review, and that should be something that's pretty easy for the reps to correct and release those payments. And another good option to just completely sidestep actually calling the EDD is emailing your assembly member and having them help get you paid. They are a really great resource, so much so that I'm calling them saints and superheroes. Darlene says, been waiting 10 weeks pending and the assemblyman still no response. That's really awful. I'm very sorry about that. Have you sent follow-up emails like, hey, I sent you an email regarding my unemployment claim? And if you can even kind of like forward your original email and be like, it's been this long and I haven't had a response from you. I really need help. I am experiencing a financial hardship. I would just keep emailing them. And of course, in addition to trying to call the EDD, you can try using Ask EDD. You can try using the Contact Us section from the EDD UI Online homepage once you're logged in. Oscar, you're welcome. Jose, hello. Scotty and Michael are having a little chat. The Reyes family says, I just don't see how EDD will expire with all this illness still going on. You're 23 years young, vaccinated, but you have a son who is 5 years young, and that's your huge worry. You love working. It seems strange to me as well. Last time Congress really kind of jerked us around and they waited till the last minute to add any unemployment extensions. The White House is at least loosely indicating that there may be some discussions about it. The problem is that for it to get approved on a federal level, it would need the support of at least those 2 Democratic senators, and they're saying they're not going to support it. And that's Joe Manchin, and I don't know the lady's first name, her last name is Sinema. They're not on board with extending the unemployment benefits, and even to pass it through budget reconciliation, which is how they did it last time, it would need the support of all the Democratic senators. And that's what I'm saying. Like, cases of the illness would have to increase like so dramatically to make them hop on board, which is really a shame. Okay. William says, thank you. You're welcome. And You have been back at work almost a year and they got you through some the videos got you through some difficult times. I'm glad to hear that. And guys, I'm still going to be around after September 4th. I'm still going to make videos, hopefully about helping to improve finances, maybe about like resume building and job searches and things like that. Speaking of job searches for the Reyes family, try finding remote work. I know it's easier said than done, but go onto your favorite websites, scroll to the bottom, hit that careers section that's on the bottom of most companies' web pages, and see if they're hiring, see if there's any remote positions. Williams said, oh no, I just did Williams. Leslie says, you did your 1 year update to regular UI, received an update to your year and amount, but still pending for 3 weeks. Nothing in the mail. What now? So after you file a new claim, it does go to a third party to review, but at the 3 week time mark, you should be able to call the EDD and have them push those payments through. And of course, if you don't want to call the EDD, emailing your assembly member is a good option. And it's not pinned as the top comment, but I do have my claimer discount link in the description down below. And using claimer is one of the easiest ways to get through to the EDD. Even if you get disconnected, they'll dial again for you. Of course, that's only good for the first time you use their link. And after that, it goes back up to $19.99. And the EDD is open Sundays. So sometimes if it's something simple, which that also should be, sometimes you might want to call on a Sunday. I tend to think that the call volume is high on Sundays, but if you're just anxious to try and call and get through, you could try today. Otherwise, I generally recommend Tuesday through Saturday, which has lower call volume in general. Jose says, can you just get PUC and not state unemployment? No. You have to qualify for at least $1 to get the $300 boost. And like in Scotty's example, he got the excessive earnings warning. So he made too much to get the boost. And there's not the PUC, that's the $300 boost, I think that you're thinking of. So that's not the claim type. And yeah, you have to get unemployment to get that. And that is also ending the week ending September 4th. Boulevard says, what do I do if I started working already and filled in 1 week of EDD that I already started working in by accident? I'm just going to be honest. If you use the Ask EDD feature, you can try and get them to help you with that. That is going to cause your claim to be stuck in pending, most likely. That's going to put a flag on your account requiring a phone determination interview. But the right thing to do is to try and contact them to get that fixed. You could also try calling them on the phone instead of using Ask EDD. Mary says, first time on, do you want to save your employment search on? You're attempting to say no. I'm on PUA. I applied at Cal Jobs. I thought EDD received notices that I applied. They might have received notice that you signed up for PUA, for Cal Jobs, but they don't know like all the jobs that you're looking for. Also, it is one work search activity a week for PUA claims. So Cal Jobs would just be one work search activity for 1 week. However, you can list your work search activities in something like a notebook so you can keep track that way. So it should be okay to list, no, I'm keeping track in another manner. But make sure that if you select that you are actually keeping track in another manner, like a notebook, an Excel spreadsheet, screenshots, a Word document, the notes section of your phone, anywhere, to make sure that if the EDD asks for that information, that you have it ready. Maya, good morning. You certified today. You're on regular UI. You hope everyone else gets paid. Just a few more weeks till the boost ends. Yeah, it is all coming up very, very quickly. James says, it says maxed. I think you're trying to say that it says maximum benefits paid. That's normal. They should roll you over onto the next PEUC extension. Your claim balance will stay at 0 all the way until you certify again. It's a good sign if you see the next date you can certify. And in about 3 to 5 business days, the EDD should send you either a text message or a message in your UI Online account letting you know that you've been put on to the next PEUC extension. It's also important to remember that when you guys get these letters about being placed onto the PEUC extension, it's either going to say that you've been awarded up to 13 weeks, up to 11 weeks, or up to 29 weeks. But you're not going to be able to get that full claim balance. Unfortunately, after September 4th, that claim balance would be forfeited, and there's not a way to get it. It gets returned to the government, basically. Da, 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 da. Maya, I may have been probably saying your name wrong. Malela, your ID verification appeals have been waiting for 6 months, still nothing. Unfortunately, the appeal process takes a really long time. At 6 months, that should be about the end of your wait. Have you emailed your assembly member to see if they can speed it up? On an appeal, they often can't, but on something like that, like an email, shouldn't take too much time to send it off. And, worst case scenario is they're not able to help you and you still have to wait. But best case scenario is that they do have a tool that they can use to try and help speed up that process. So I'm sorry you've been pending so long, and I hope you have your hearing soon. Jose says, I voluntarily quit my job in January because of the illness. I'm assuming I don't qualify for state because I quit. So I was hoping on the federal boost that I have not received. So here's the thing, try applying for benefits anyway and seeing if you're approved. A lot of times the employers don't actually fight your unemployment claim. A lot of times they just approve it anyway. They only have like 10 days to respond. So if someone doesn't check the mail quickly, if it's got to go through the HR department, and doesn't get there on time, or the right person isn't actually working from the office to dispute your claim and send it back, even if your employer does dispute your claim, oftentimes the EDD sides in the favor of the claimant anyway. So it doesn't hurt to apply for benefits and see what the EDD says. Also, if your employer was not like properly doing the safety measures, then that actually would be, even if you quit voluntarily, that would fall under the reasons why you could collect unemployment benefits. So just apply and see what happens. Okay, Johnny says, what happens to PUA after the 4th? Unfortunately, it disappears. Basically, your balance is forfeited, and unless you've had W-2 wages that would qualify for you for a new traditional unemployment claim, there will not be a way to collect more benefits. I'm really sorry. I know that's very stressful for a lot of people, and I am still hoping, but there's not a lot of support for it. But I'm hopeful, but I don't want to get you guys your hopes up right now. It is all scheduled to end the week ending September 4th. Myra says, anyone know when we should be getting Golden State Stimulus 2 for California? That is supposed to come out in September 15th. And remember, if you already got the $600, it's not a true second Golden State Stimulus. If you have children, I believe it is an additional $500 this time around. But if you're single, if you don't have children, and you already got the first $600, you're not going to get an additional $600. Skylar says, I have jury duty this week. Do I put that if I have to miss work, or how does that work? Or does it even matter? That goes on the second page. So it's like, did you work or earn any wages? You're going to click no to that. And then that takes you to that second page that lists all those other things, and jury duty's on there. So just report it on that section. That actually should not affect your ability to collect benefits. Oh, my stomach's making a lot of noise. I didn't eat breakfast. Okay. C Street says, good morning, blessed Sunday. So I received last weekend Sunday and still it's pending. What should I do? So you definitely could consider calling or emailing your assembly member to get that second payment pushed through. For 2 weeks. So both payments are pending. Yeah, so I would say it's time to call and have them push those payments through. Leslie says, no new award letter. You hit your 1 year and had to reapply, but your year's amount updated online. Should I wait it out? So, see what type of claim type you're on. Are you getting pay? Oh, no, and payment pending. I wouldn't wait it out. I wouldn't. At this point, I would go ahead and call because even with the conditional payments, the Pay Now program that's supposed to release the pending payments quickly, they have up until September 30th to get those paid. So, well after all of the extensions end. So, I feel like I would go ahead and call now. You guys, I have to do the air. It is hot and I got the light on. I feel like it's going to pick it up on this new mic. I don't know. You guys tell me if the air is terrible. I put it on quiet mode. Okay. So yeah, I would call Leslie in that case. If you've got pending payments, I do recommend calling or emailing your assembly member. Maya says you have 46 pending weeks. I am so sorry about that. Yeah, see if the assembly member can give you any help. Oh shoot, I lost my place. Uh-oh. Okay. And I'll let you know where I am in my comments as well. I am at the 11 mark, so I am about 20 minutes behind. Miss Love says, mine says not paid as of last time I certified the first. I've been checking every day since then, and now would be a date to certify, but there is no certify for me. What do you have? Any idea why? Not paid can be a lot of different things. It can be a problem with your certifications. It can be that the EDD is having you certify on the wrong claim, but a status of not paid, you do either need to call or email your assembly member to get that fixed. The status of not paid is not covered under the conditional payment pay now program. That is a separate issue, so that will not automatically resolve itself. So you do need either to call or email your assembly member. Renee says, you just tried to log in and received an error saying the benefit program is not available. Please try again later. So yeah, that happens like almost every Sunday. So some other things that you can try are going to your email, finding an old email from the EDD and clicking the blue hyperlink there and seeing if it'll let you log in that way. You can try, like if you're logging in from your cell phone, you can try logging in from a laptop or a computer. You can try logging in from a friend's device, or you can just give it a little while. Also try clearing like your browsing history and seeing if that lets you in. Excuse me. Okay. After UI is over, can we still apply for unemployment? Your benefit year would need to be over. So a lot of people, if you already filed a new claim, you can't apply until your benefit year is over. And for a lot of people, the benefit year is not over until 2022. So if you have a program end date of 2022, you wouldn't be able to file a new claim. If you're on a PUA unemployment claim, you could potentially try and file a new claim after September 9th, but you would need enough W-2 wages in the last 18 months to qualify for a new claim. And most of the time, if you're on PUA, it's because originally you didn't qualify for a traditional unemployment claim. So, unless something has changed with your situation, you probably would not qualify for a new claim. And then, if it says on extension, a lot of us have already tried to file new claims and didn't qualify. So, if you're outside of your benefit year, yes, you can try filing a new claim, but you're only going to qualify for a new claim if you have enough W-2 wages to qualify. So, and I did ask somebody about this. So in my situation, right, like I did not qualify for a new claim when I applied because I hadn't done any work since I originally applied. But I'm back to work and I'm back to work full time. But let's hypothetically say that I was called back to work and I've been working part time from March through now. So if I was still, actually, that's not true. If you're working part time, I don't think you would be approved for benefits. You would, if you returned to work, did some significant W-2 wages, and then got laid off again, then you would qualify. So like if my employer laid me off again, then I would probably qualify for a new claim. But if you already were denied a new claim, it's going to be hard to qualify without significant wages. Natalie says you have zero balance. Will they fix that before September 4th? They should, and it should be automatic. In about 4 business days after the balance hits zero is when, for 3 to 5 business days is when you should either get that text message or the message in your UI Online account. And from there, your balance won't increase until you certify again. And it's a good sign if you see the date you can certify. It's also normal to see the maximum benefits paid message, and that should happen automatically. But if 5 business days go by and the EDD has not notified you that they've put you on the next extension, that's when I would recommend calling. Good morning, little Rambo. Good morning, Penny. Thank you. Good morning, Catalina. Lauda says, the problem is the EDD has turned into this random mess. Things are fine, then I'm pending for no reason other than a computer glitch, 2 weeks constantly on the phone, finally got it solved. It is a mess, but I am glad that you finally got it solved. Leslie, thank you for the sticker and donation. You received no award letter, but the years were adjusted online. You certified in pending 3 weeks. So yeah, that's often. So sometimes the EDD, they kind of check for you if you qualify for a new claim. What does your program type say though? Because I'm wondering if they just loaded up your balance with one of the extensions, but you're saying that your benefit year end is in 2022. I think with 3 weeks pending, I would recommend calling them. Jesus says, my second week of pay lands on September 5th. Will that week still qualify for the $300 boost? Yes, because you're certifying for the week ending September 4th when you certify on September 5th. So yes, that week will contain the extra $300 boost. And guys, I want to be honest. One of the things that I do not know is if you're somebody who normally would not certify until, what week would that be? Until September 12th. I am not sure if the EDD is going to have everybody certify on Sunday, September 5th, or if some claimants will certify on Sunday, September 5th, which is their regular certification day, and the rest of us will certify Sunday, September 12th, which is your regular certification day. But even if you don't certify until September 12th, for the week ending September 4th, you would still be paid your weekly benefit amount plus the $300 boost for that week ending September 4th. Jeanette says, will EDD representatives help MEUC applications process on 8/16? So actually, the EDD is opening a dedicated phone line for MEUC help starting tomorrow on Monday. They haven't released that phone number yet, but it is supposed to be up on the website starting tomorrow. But yes, if you want to email your assembly member, they should be able to help with that as well. But I would try the dedicated MEUC number once that's released tomorrow. C Street says, should I call if you've not gotten paid for certifying last Sunday? I would. I think at this point, we're getting close to the end. I don't want people to be stressed out. Really, most of us have already filed our new claims at this point. So oftentimes pending is due to that quarterly review. I would call them and see if they can push the payment through. Now I'm just going to call you FC. I see that I have until September to apply for PUA from EDD website. Is that right? Yeah, you can still apply for PUA unemployment, I think it would need to be, it ends September 4th. So you would need to apply like at least the week before, and then you could potentially get benefits even just for 1 week. It never hurts to apply though if you think that you're eligible. Kenneth says, Jenny says if your assembly member is not responsive, contact Assemblywoman Lorena Gonzalez. She helps everyone, just not those in her district. That's actually true. Lorena Gonzalez is from San Diego, and she gets the crown of all the saints and all the superheroes. She's an angel. Her office is great. Jenny Silver was supposed to do an interview with Lorena Gonzalez, and I really want to see that video. And a lot of times I put my videos out after Jenny Silver, like my interviews. She's already done the interview, and then I do a follow-up interview. I really want to see the one with Lorena Gonzalez. I keep telling her, I was like, Jenny, if you don't make that video, like I'm gonna try and scoop you on it. I've tried to scoop Jenny in the past, but it didn't work. She seems to get him faster than I can. But yeah, Lorena Gonzalez, she is from San Diego. I follow her on Twitter. So yeah, you could Google like Lorena Gonzalez, Assemblywoman, contact information, and then find the office that way and contact her. She has really, really been great. And it is true that she is helping people not just in her district. That's a good tip. And thank you for sharing that. And of course, the tip comes from Jenny because Jenny's awesome. Lulu says September 4th does everything and or just the 300, and we will still get our base pay. It depends on your claim type. And then it also depends if you qualify for that one extra week of Fed Ed or not. Most programs do end September 4th. PUA ends, even the weekly benefit amount. PEUC ends, even the weekly benefit amount. Extension Tier 2 and Extension Tier 2 augmentation. Those programs all end the week ending September 4th. Unfortunately, not even a boost, not even your weekly benefit amount. Mike says, you're 23 and have a 5-year-old. You're glad. Oh, what? I don't know. Lots of people like having kids young. They enjoy growing up with their kids. Like, I'm old. If I had a kid, I can't even bend over to pick it up. Everybody's timing is different on what's right for them in their lives, So it's hard to say. Some people are happily married at 18 and they're married to the person that they're going to be with forever. It's just different for everyone. Richie Lee says, I've been on unemployment since March 26th of 2020. You're not sure what you can claim. You get your checks in the mail and you receive no form to fill out. Does that mean I'm done? I have no more benefits. No, you should get an extension that will take you through the week ending September 4th. In the mail, it may just be taking a little bit longer than it normally does. Oh, did I say October at some point? I'm meaning September. Don't listen to me if I said October. Kira says, make a video of how to apply for paid family leave or benefits programs. I will try to do that. There are so many videos that you guys have asked me to make, and I want to make them all. I'm back to work full time. I worked a couple of 16-hour days. We had a fire alarm go off when the building was occupied, so that was a challenge. It's I want to be here for you guys, but I don't want to let you down either. I will do my best to try and make a video on that, but I don't know when I'm going to have a chance. John Francis says, thank you. You're welcome. Your new claim started April 2021 and ends April 22. I thought it ends September 4th. Thanks. Okay, so for you, if you are approved for a new claim and your benefit year ends says 2022, in your situation, you can continue drawing down your claim balance until that claim balance hits 0. So yours will go as long as you have a claim balance. So yours will go a little bit at least past September 4th. Yeah, Tier 2 augmentation is ending the week ending September 4th. Ivan says, today was weeks to certify. There's no certification option. There's only a reopen option, even though you still have a balance. You're on regular help. Sometimes you have to call the EDD to get that certification button added back. I'm so sorry. I know that's a pain. You can try calling them today. I do have the claimer link down below. Otherwise, I generally recommend waiting till Tuesday through Saturday to call, either 8 a.m. to 8:30 or about 2:30 to 4 o'clock, and just keep redialing. Or you could email your assembly member and say, hey, my certification button isn't there. Can you help them add it back? Sage is saying to refresh the page. That is good advice as well. Ivan, yep, got yours, Ivan. I'm sorry about that as well. But yeah, if the certification button's not missing, you need to call. Oh, it seems like a good time to remind everybody I'm going to take a drink of my coldest water. This video is sponsored by the coldest water. I have a link in the description down below. They do a weekly giveaway that's free to enter. You could win one of your own, or I do have the code millions to get 10% off your entire order with coldest. I think this is my last sponsored video. I don't know what is up with my voice. I think this is my last sponsored video with them. I have to go back and count how many I've done. I should have kept track in a better way, but I didn't. Natalie says, I am working now. You've been back for 6 weeks. Can I file a new claim on that work? And will it help my claim now that it has a balance of 0? So, couple things on that. They should be rolling you over to the next extension. If you, I want to make sure that I say this right. If you still qualify for benefits because your earnings are low, then they should still continue to pay you even though you're back at work. However, once these programs end, if you're still working part-time, you wouldn't be able to file a new claim. If for some reason this new job lays you off, they have to shut back down again, at that time, you could try and file a new claim. And since you've worked a little, you might actually qualify for a fresh set of 26 weeks of benefits. Brent says, oh, you're from Louisiana. You received unemployment from your job. They stopped giving it to us early. Why I'm not getting my normal unemployment? Because the whole state of Louisiana stopped it. And I don't think, hold on, I took a screenshot. I'm bad at knowing where all the states are. Let me look for a picture. I don't know if you're still in here. I mainly talk about California. So, okay, let's see if I can share this. So these are the states. I've got too much crap up here today. Okay, these are the states that ended unemployment benefits early. And let's see the key. The purpley ones have not ended anything early. The orange ones, look at this. The orange ones have not filed lawsuits, have not ended anything early. The green ones, no, wait, hold on. Purple ones haven't done anything. The orange ones ended things early, but they don't have a lawsuit. The red ones had a lawsuit, but they have not won the lawsuit. The lawsuits were not successful. And the yellow ones have a pending lawsuit. And the green ones had a successful lawsuit, meaning they sued their state and people are now collecting benefits again. So, oof. And even in the states where they won their lawsuit, it's going to take a while to get those benefits up and running and paid again. Good morning, Brent. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. D says, will there be any extensions for PUA or does everything truly get cut off September 4th? Other states like Oklahoma are getting extended, I hear. I have not heard that. I will Google that. I don't think that's happening, but I will look into it. Bella says, you've been working for 3 months and you can, thank you. I really appreciate those of you that stopped by just to say hi, that watch the channel, even though you're back to work, like Scotty. And I'll be making videos. If you guys want to ask other questions, as long as they're respectful, appropriate questions, like you guys want to know about my mom or whatever, whatever you guys want to talk about, whatever you're stressed out about, I don't mind switching topic. Although I do kind of want to stick to unemployment for these next couple of weeks because I know that's what everybody's really concerned about. But thank you for joining. And thank you, Bella, for moderating today. I unfortunately am not able to pay my moderators. I'm not making as much as Jenny. I'm not putting out as many videos. So I'm not able to pay my moderators, but I really appreciate you. Okay, Sage says, if I had a PUA, but the date start was May 2020, but you filed that day through unemployment as of March, they did backdate your claim, but never paid. Should I call or just forget it? Okay, in the case like that, when it's like really kind of messed up, I would recommend emailing your assembly member and having them help you with it. Bly says, I look beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to do Tony's question and then I'm going to start skipping around because I didn't realize we've already been streaming for 50 minutes. So Tony says, on a new UI claim, waiting for determination interview after quarterly earnings review, pending for 5 weeks now, but was told I don't qualify for conditional payments. Is she wrong? Yeah, if it's not an appeal and it's just if it's just a pending payment, yeah, it's my understanding they are supposed to release those conditionally. So in that case, I would definitely recommend emailing your assembly member. Okay. You're welcome, Brett. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that was a help, though. Okay. Debbie says, any updated info about EBB broadband, free internet? No. Debbie, I'm the worst because I'm back at work. I know I told you I would look into that. EBB broadband. We're going to Google it. Okay, it's an FCC program to help families and households struggling to afford internet. About the benefit, who is eligible. You're eligible. Oh, how to apply. Eligible households must both apply for the program and contact a participating provider to select a service plan. There are 3 ways. Contact a participating broadband provider. Go to the emergencybroadband.org to apply online and to find participating providers near you. After you will apply, you will have to contact a participating provider, or you can call 833-511-0311 for a mail-in application. So I'm getting this from the fcc.gov website, and it looks like you can apply for the free broadband right online. So fcc.gov. Do you want me to go through the qualifications? Let's do that. Have an income that is at or below 135% of the federal poverty guidelines, or participate in certain assistance programs such as SNAP, Medicaid, or Lifeline. So if you're getting SNAP is the same as CalFresh or food stamps, so that might be something that would help you qualify. Approved to receive benefits under the free and reduced price school lunch program or the school breakfast program. Received a federal Pell Grant. So usually you get a Pell Grant if you're attending school. Experienced a substantial loss of income due to job loss or furlough since February 29th, 2020. And the household has a total income in 2020 at or below $99,000 for single filers. And what? Do I qualify for free broadband? I don't know who's like not. I don't know. I've definitely made under 99,000. Even this year, while I'm back at work and doing YouTube, I'm still not going to make 99,000. That's crazy. Meets the eligibility criteria for a participating provider's existing low income or COVID-19 program. So, yeah, fcc.gov. It looks like just apply there. It looks like. Diane wants to know, are a lot of people going to our movie theater? So every week it seems like it's getting a little bit busier, but I will say that this last week we had another theater open not too far from us. They had closed and now they're reopened. And I hope that it's just that people are going there, although I'd rather them come to ours, but whatever. I hope that it's just people going there. I did have some guests last night express to me that they're a little bit nervous with the cases being on the rise. I just want to say that most movie theaters we're keeping it the coldest we ever have. Did you love that? You probably didn't. Sorry. That is what I'm really like. Bad puns. We're keeping it extra cold, the coldest right now, because keeping it colder, like having the air conditioning running like extra hard, like is supposed to help. And we have like they're called MERV 13 filters, which basically means like it's really strong. It's hard for anything to pass through those filters to come into the auditorium. We're keeping it as safe as we can, doing sanitation procedures and things like that in between shows. So But people are nervous again. So we're nowhere near the levels that we were before the illness, and we're getting close. Every week we get closer and closer to bringing back all of our staff, but we still haven't been able to bring everybody back yet. So that's frustrating. Hopefully every week. Okay. Oh yeah, Kira. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Great tip, Kira. So for the people that are having trouble logging on to your UI Online homepage, I know that a lot of times I usually select UI Online, but if you select UI Mobile, even if you're not using your cell phone, sometimes that'll get you through. Clear your browser history. Try using a different device, even if it's a friend's cell phone, or follow a link from an old EDD website that can not website, email can help. Debbie says that I qualify for the free internet. It saves $50 a month off your internet bill. The thing is, you guys know that I have that roommate that's not really a roommate. They just like rent my garage for to use as work from home, basically. They actually took over the internet bill when everything hit, because apparently I had really slow internet, and I do worry that if I got discounted internet doing YouTube, like, you need, like, a really fast speed, and my roommate's paying for it, so, I probably won't apply unless my roommate returns back to work, which so far they haven't. Kira, yeah, there's not a lot of options for after September 4th, unfortunately. Definitely apply for renter's assistance if you're renting. Make sure that you are getting food stamps. There is no shame in that. If you need to, you can go to a food bank. See if you can find remote work by going to a company you love. Like sometimes I do this when I'm promoting them, is go to the coldest water bottle website, scroll to the bottom, find the careers section, and see if they have any remote work. Find a company you love and see if they are hiring remotely, because I know a lot of people still don't have childcare or they're immunocompromised. There's so many reasons why someone's not able to go back to work, or just that you haven't been able to find a job, and I do get that. Okay, Rosa says, will conditional payments have to be paid back to the EDD? Not necessarily. Um, so you're talking about if they paid you and then later you have your eligibility interview and then the EDD says, whoops, we weren't supposed to give you those payments, and they send you an overpayment notice. So what would happen when they sent you that overpayment notice? You have a couple of options. You can arrange a payment plan with the EDD to pay them back, or you can file for an overpayment waiver. And Daniela Urban, who I just did the interview with, when they reached this settlement, they were really careful to make sure that it looks like it's going to be fairly easy to ask for an overpayment waiver and qualify for that overpayment waiver. So if you got an overpayment notice, you would request the overpayment waiver, and then if it's no fault of your own, which it wouldn't be if the EDD paid you conditionally before the interview, that makes it no fault of your own that you got that money. And then if it would create a financial hardship for you to pay it back, they should approve the overpayment waiver. So yeah, you shouldn't have to. Oh, Jenny Silver's in here. Hi, Jenny. We were just talking about you. Well, I don't see her, but I trust you, you guys. I love it. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, Lorena's supposed to be later this month, because you just heard me say, please do hurry her up. Both of you hurry up. I know you're struggling to find time, and that she probably is too, because she's so busy helping everybody. Yeah, I don't know if you were in here at this point in time, but one of my members was saying that their assembly member was not responding to them. And one of our common viewers popped in and was like, Jenny said to reach out to Lorena Gonzalez. And Jenny, I've started calling these assembly members like saints and superheroes because of how helpful they've been. And if there was like a queen of all of them, it would definitely be Lorena Gonzalez. So I'm really excited for when that video comes out. Yeah, she is a saint. She is amazing, because yeah, she is from San Diego. That's her district, but she is helping so many other people. So yeah, if your assembly member is a dud, also vote them out next time the election comes around. But yeah, if your assembly member is not helping you, try reaching out to Lorena, and I'm excited for that, Jenny. Oh, she's delayed. All right. Well, I'm still excited for it. Samir says, can we sue the EDD in California? Not generally. And actually, one of my favorite all-time videos of Jenny Silver is actually an interview that she does with an attorney that kind of breaks down why you're not really allowed to sue the EDD. And then, of course, Daniela Urban, she actually has filed some lawsuits on behalf of claimants, but it ended up being a settlement instead because that helps people actually get paid faster. Okay, let's see here. So Rosano says, sorry if I didn't say your name wrong, or W. Rosano says, just wondering how far overpayment would go if you don't qualify. So if you got the conditional payments and then they later find out that you should not have received them, the overpayment, as long as they approve the waiver, should cover all of the payments that they gave you conditionally. So yeah, if you get that overpayment notice, request an overpayment waiver. Iris says, I have 15 pending payments and can you get help? So again, I'm probably 15 weeks is a very long time. And I'm going to assume that you've probably tried already to call and get it fixed. So your assembly member is going to be your best bet in that case. And I know you guys don't love to hear that. I don't love to say it. And unfortunately, I wish I could fix everyone's claim, but I don't have the tools to do that. I can sometimes help you figure out why your claim is pending or not paid, but in terms of actually getting it fixed, you still have to call or email an assembly member. Edgar says, you're on extension. You've been certifying for the last 4 weeks, but you haven't got your payment. It shows it's on payment. I think maybe you mean it shows it's on pending. Yeah, so 4 weeks could still be the quarterly review. And if that's it, that is a pretty easy fix for calling the EDD. They are open today if you want to try calling. I do have the claimer link down below. Generally, though, I recommend calling Sunday if you can avoid it. I recommend calling Tuesday through Saturday, and then either from 8 a.m. to 8:30 or later from 2:30 to 4. Although the hold times have been like ridiculously long lately, like I'm talking like a 4-hour hold time. So definitely, I don't recommend calling after 4 p.m. just because you need to allow so much time to hold. And since you've been pending for 4 weeks, if you just want to avoid calling altogether, those saintly assembly members are a really good resource. They often respond to you in as little as 2 business days, so 48 hours. And then if it's something like quarterly review that is an easy fix, they often can get it fixed in as little as 4 business days. Hi, Rich. Kira says, "Oh, please help like this video." And I should work at EDD so I can help us out. That seems stressful, and they're probably downsizing soon after they end unemployment benefits. Although EDD, I believe, is one of the places. At least they were hiring remotely. So it might not hurt to check there if you need to look for remote work. Alex says you had a 4-hour hold time, but they fixed the quarterly review. Yeah, 4-hour hold time, like, it's just crazy, but that's about what the hold times are seeming to be right now. Ah, you're welcome, Edgar. Let's see here, I'm scrolling back up. Rich says, "I'm hearing from small businesses you worked with that they're hearing September will be another mandatory mandate of some kind, if not a lockdown." So I'm really on the fence by this. I think that it would take something drastic like that to get our government to extend the unemployment benefits. And I want unemployment benefits to be extended. I think there's too many people unemployed. I don't think there's enough jobs. I don't think it's the right jobs for everybody's situation. I know a lot of people are still needing to work from home. So I would like to see unemployment benefits extended. What I don't want is the circumstances that I think that would need to be necessary for our government to see that we need an unemployment extension. I don't want to see another lockdown because of the illness. I would love it for things to get back to normal. Okay. I'm skipping around now because I got lost and it's towards the end, so let's skip around time. Okay, Rosa says, "Will condition." Oh, nope, I read that one. Betche says, "Good morning. You're on UI. You certified this morning, but you got pending payment. It's your first time to get this pending payment. I have no idea why. Please help." So if you've certified this morning, there's a very good chance that it will still switch to paid either after 10 p.m. tonight or before 10 a.m. tomorrow. I usually recommend giving it 72 hours if this is your first time pending before I'd start to worry about it. So if it hasn't switched to paid by Wednesday morning, that's when I would worry about calling. But if you haven't had other problems on your claim, it's very possible it will still switch to paid either by 10 p.m. tonight or, by tomorrow morning. Brian says, "You just started certifying, and 3 weeks ago you requested backdate to 11/1/2020, but I have no reply. Would you recommend I do another request but use 12/6, or 12/6 is the latest I can request?" True. That is true. If you need to backdate your claim, December 6th of 2020 is the most you can request it to be backdated through. Definitely try using the drop down menu for Ask EDD and request the backdate. That is potentially something that an assembly member could help you with as well if you're not getting a response. Uh-oh. Cynthia has an SDI question. I'm gonna be honest, I don't have as much experience with SDI. My mom gets state disability insurance, so I can kind of speak a little bit about it, but definitely I'm not as well versed on that as I am on California unemployment questions. Okay. Um, let's see here. Bubble Pop Inc. says it's just a pain to add your ISP or phone company to get the internet. Angie's okay, you guys are all helping each other, which I love. John, I'm gonna still be coming on every Sunday at 11 a.m. It's like my thing now. It's my routine. I don't know what we'll talk about. But whatever you guys want to know, we can talk about DIY. I need to like fix my walls. I need to, I don't know, watch me build Legos. I'm not sure. You guys let me know what you guys want to see from me after this. Jenny Silver thinks I should do a dating show. I am still single. I might have some more time once I'm not making unemployment videos anymore. So we'll see. Rosa says, "My son still hasn't been able to get a hold of anyone on the phone. He hasn't been paid in over 2 months. Is there any way he can get through? What buttons should he push?" All right, Rosa, 2 months is a long time. You're a channel member. I thank you for that. It is time to email the assembly member. I have that linked in the description down below. But 8 weeks, 2 months of no payments, that is a really long time. So your best bet without the hassle of calling anyone is by using your assembly member. So yeah, use that link in the description down below. Email them. Make sure to mention you're experiencing financial hardship because he hasn't been paid in so long, and that's going to be his best bet. But you asked, is there anything he should push? So yes, I will share that with you also. So again, you want to call Tuesday through Saturday Tuesday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8:30 or later in the afternoon from 2:30 to 4. Don't try calling after 4 because you need to allow up to 4 hours of hold time. Then after that long intro message, you can try quickly hitting 134. That still works sometimes, as far as I know. Not all of the time, but it's worth trying. Okay. There apparently were some strange comments earlier. Oh, Bella, you haven't been on in a while, so you're asking about MEUC. MEUC is the extra $100 weekly boost for people who are on a regular UI claim or one of the extensions that followed having a regular UI claim. So it's not for people already on PUA. But if you had a net income from self-employment money of more than $5,000, then you can apply with the EDD for an extra $100 weekly boost. So you get that if you had more than $5,000 in net self-employment earnings. And the EDD is releasing a phone number tomorrow. Jenny, I think I work early. I'm not going to be able to make a video. I'm sure you're going to beat me to that too. But it's okay because I know you guys like hearing the same information from both of us. It kind of gives you some reassurance. But yeah, the EDD is releasing a helpline number for the MEUC program tomorrow. So check the EDD website to get that number, and they are supposed to be able to help you if you were not sent the link to apply for MEUC and you believe that you're eligible. What are the other things? Yeah, or if you're having trouble like uploading your documents or something like that for MEUC, there's going to be a dedicated phone line. Okay, I'm just gonna do a couple more questions, and then I think I'm gonna take off for the day. Maybe go hang out with my mom. Okay. Rich says DIY would be cool. Um, Clouds people are making with LED lights. I have seen those, but I also saw somebody that made one and like caught their house on fire, and I feel like that would be me. I'm not really good at DIY. I think I am, and then like I start to do it and I am not. So it might be funny, but not funny for me if I actually caught my house on fire. We'll see. I do need to paint this wall though, where the emergency fire escape used to be. And like sand it too because it's all rough. Anyway, okay, let's see here. Debbie says the Aretha Franklin movie. Are we showing it at the theater? How is it doing in crowds? We are showing it. It's just called Respect, and we're playing it. And that's our number one movie at the theater this week. We have it on multiple screens. We have it on 2 screens. And whenever a theater has a movie on multiple screens, it generally means the attendance for each show is lower. So the attendance, even though it's our number one movie, like it's not too crowded, but it is, it's popular. Okay. Wendy says, you filled out your assembly member forms twice, but haven't heard anything. Will they call me or email me back? They should. But so maybe try reaching out to Lorena Gonzalez. She's the assembly member for San Diego. She has been helping other people. Also maybe call them and say, hey, I've sent this to you twice. Have you received it? Can you let me know? Because yeah, that's all the tips. I do recommend, sending a follow-up email, but you've already done that. So maybe call them, make sure that they received the items that they needed from you, see if there's any movement with your unemployment claim. And if not, jump ship to a different assembly member. Try Lorena Gonzalez. She is amazing. Okay. Chalita says, you've been certifying, you haven't got your money yet. Why? Is it a new unemployment claim? Because new claims do go through that third-party review. So it takes about 21 days to get a new claim going. They have you still certify so that once the third-party review is complete, they can get you paid right away. So is it a brand new claim? If not, I would recommend calling to find out why you're pending. You're welcome, Wendy. Kira, will they extend PEUC Tier 2 from September 4th to September 11th to Fed Ed? So, Kira, we talked a little bit about that at the beginning. If you're eligible, and so the earnings requirements, which are 1.5 times your highest earnings quarter or your weekly benefit amount times 40 in the whole amount that you earned on your benefit award letter exceeded that 40 times your weekly benefit amount, and you have not yet had Fed Ed on your claim. Most claims, not all of them, but most claims that would have had Fed Ed applied would have been back in, I want to say September of last year. It would have been right as they were getting the programming for the PEUC extension in place. They put a lot of people on Fed Ed. So you would need to make sure that you have not already had Fed Ed on your claim as a payment type. And because the the switch was supposed to be automatic. It's possible that you've had FedEd on your claim and like didn't realize it. So you have to meet the earnings requirements and you need to have not had FedEd on your claim before. And then, yes, they're supposed to automatically roll you over to FedEd for that 1 week. But we know that the EDD is not good at doing that. We know that they're not good at automatically rolling people over. So I would not be surprised if we need to call or email our assembly members to fight for that last week of payments. The other thing is that makes me distrustful. And Jenny, if you're in here, like, let me know if you think that's going to go smoothly. I tend to not think anything with the EDD is going to go smoothly, but they messed up the date that FedEd was ending. If they can't even get the date that's like in writing from the Department of Labor correct, like how are they going to switch the claims? And guys, I hate to say this, but there are a lot of people that are on FedEd right now that really shouldn't have been put on FedEd. I actually was told at my benefit year end that I would be put on FedEd. And I was like, I know this isn't right. I know that I'm supposed to be on the PEUC extension, but there are some claims where they put you on FedEd just because the extension wasn't programmed in the computer system yet. And so the EDD was like, it seemed well intended. They did it so that there wouldn't be a gap in payments while they were completing the programming for PEUC. But unfortunately, once you're on FedEd, you have to complete all your weeks of FedEd before you can be put back on one of the PEUC extensions. Oh, they like every possible way that they can to mess things up. It seems like they do. Hi Denise, I haven't seen you in here in a while. Would you still get paid the week ending the 4th on the 5th when I have to certify? Yes, absolutely. And Jenny, if you're in here, since you've got the EDD hookups and I don't, can you ask them? This is the thing that I don't know, and I don't think you know yet either. Otherwise, I bet you would have made a video about it. Do you know if they're just going to have everybody certify on September 5th, or if some people are going to certify on the 12th? That didn't work. Even if you don't certify until the 12th, you might only have 1 week of benefits to certify, but yes, you will still get paid for the week ending September 4th. That will still include the boost. And remember, when you certify, like there's that little bit up top that's like, you have until this date to certify for it to be considered timely. Some people, for whatever reason, my boss is one of them, but like he doesn't certify every 2 weeks. Like, he's so frustrated with it. Like he'll let it go like a month, 5 weeks, and then he'll be like, I guess I should get on and certify again. So it's still considered timely. And so whenever you certify for the week ending September 4th, as long as it's within that timely period, which is like, I think almost 5 whole weeks, and the EDD finds you're eligible, they'll still pay you for the week ending September 4th, including the extra boost. Okay. Kira says, usually when they make mistakes, they'll still blame it on us because we don't have evidence that it was their mistake. That is also true. Oh, I concur means she agrees. Yes. So Bella is agreeing with you. The EDD is a mess. Yeah, they do try and blame it on you. And they just say things that aren't true. It's really frustrating. Okay. All right, guys. I want to do like 2 more questions and then I'm going to take off for the day. Angela's question looks really good. I have not gotten all my benefits for a year coming September 8th, 2021. It'll be a year September 8th that you have not received your benefits, or that's when your benefit year ends, because you could see if you qualify for a new claim after September 8th. If your benefit year isn't up till then, that's when you would file to see if you qualify for a new claim. Or are you saying that as of September 8th, 2021, it's going to be a whole year that you've received nothing? If so, that's so awful, and I'm so sorry for you, and definitely try reaching out to your assembly member to see if they can help you. Darlene says the assembly member got back to me in about 3 days about pending payments. They're not paid yet, but they added my missing certifications. Well, that's good, and I hope they switch to paid soon. Okay. So Rosa says, will PUA get an extension? Right now, there is not one scheduled, and right now it's not looking likely. Um, Cases on the illness would probably have to really increase substantially in order for them to consider extending benefits. Because there are even 2 Democratic senators that aren't on board. Okay, Kenneth says, what will the Cure do without Simon Gallup as their bass player? I don't know. I haven't seen The Cure in a long time. They were my first concert live in Long Beach. That's how old I am. Okay. Bella says the sad truth is that without having evidence they screwed up, not much can be done. That's true, but the assembly members often can help, even if the EDD screws something up. So there's at least that additional resource. Dee Dee says, is there anything that can be done to receive any unemployment after the 4th? So if you're on PEUC or a regular UI claim that also happens to end September 4th, or one of the PEUC extensions like Extension Tier 2 or Extension Tier 2 Augmentation, then you might get that 1 week of Fed Ed if you haven't already had Fed Ed benefits on your claim. Also, if you applied for a new claim back in March of this year, 2021, and you didn't qualify for a new claim, but you've done some work since then, you might qualify for a new claim. But basically, after September 4th, and some people won't even be able to do this, like if your benefit year says 2022, you can't even try and file for a new claim. But there is some potential that if you've done some work but are no longer working, that you can try and file for a new claim, even if you were denied one like back in March or April. Like if you've got significant W-2 wages since then, it might be possible to file a new claim. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, and I'm like coughing. So now seems like a good time to remind everybody that this video is sponsored by the Coldest Water. And there's a link in the description to enter a giveaway for a free water bottle, or or you can use code millions to get 10% off your entire order. It also seems like a good time to remind you guys, if you have not already liked the video, please like the video. And Goddess says, will the PUA be ending until it runs out for the individual? No. If you have a claim balance, unfortunately, it's forfeited. You will not have access to it. It essentially gets returned back to the government. So even if you have a claim balance, if you're PUA unemployment, PEUC, Extension Tier 2, or Extension Tier 2 augmentation, that ends and you won't be able to have access to that claim balance. Now you can get your payments for weeks ending before September 4th, but any claim balance left after you certify for the week ending September 4th, after that one, whatever your claim balance is, you will not have access to that anymore. Yeah, and then there is the potential for the 1 week of Fed Ed through September 11th, but you need to meet the earnings requirements and your claim needs to have not received benefits under the program type Fed Ed before. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time. My coldest water bottle is in the way, so I can't end the stream.